Hey guys, what is up with you guys? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever and whatever time you're listening to this. I am your host, Luigi Derbyshire, and I am pleased to have you listening. First and foremost, I'd like to say welcome to the Alpha Talks. We premiere every Sunday at 4 p.m. CAT, and we're glad that you are a part of us now. Now, I'd like to get into the importance of finding your purpose as an individual, but I like to just say it up front that I mostly talk to men. It's men that I talk to. So if you are a woman, this can resonate and this will resonate, but I'm primarily talking to the males out here that are, looking forward to self development and just leveling up in every aspect of their lives. Now, finding your purpose, what does that even mean? You often hear that from, just about every, popular, doctor, psychologist, speaker, motivational speaker, like I said. We hear this, but what is it really? Now, your purpose is something that you should and are supposed to do for the rest of your life. That's just how we are simply putting it. It's something that you have to do, and I don't think that you'll ever feel that fulfillment if you're not doing it. You understand? Now, David Dida, in his book called The Way of the Superior Man, and I suggest, I recommend you guys read it. It's a really good book. It's a really good book. But he said that a hero's call to adventure, and he said, "You were born as a sacrifice, and you either participate in the sacrifice dissolving in the giving of your gifts, or you can resist it, which is your suffering." Now, if you didn't hear me, I suggest you guys just go back a few seconds and listen to that. But that pretty much sums up the importance of your purpose, because your purpose is what's going to shape everything else around you. You understand? Sometimes in our lives, relationships or people are supposed to come into our come into our lives and guide us to our purpose. Now, if you are not learning through people, if you're not taking the lessons that you're supposed to be learning, which are just essentially, lessons that are supposed to propel you to your destiny. Now, if you're not paying attention to these lessons, then that means that you are self sabotaging. You know, there's this, big thing right now that's happening with, us young men having, these addictions that just aren't taking us anywhere. We're drinking, we're smoking. There's nothing, wrong with it, but we're just overdoing it. And this is because we aren't aligned with our purpose. And anything not aligned with what you're supposed to do, what you were born to do, everything besides that is a vice. It's a distraction. It is a distraction. And I am here to give you the hope that you don't have to drift away from your purpose any longer. Because if you got this far, and I appreciate you getting this far, that means that you are answering the call of your soul. It's something that you've been looking for. It's the very thing you've been looking for all these years, for all these months, for these couple of days. There's a reason you clicked on this video and you're listening to this. This is your call. This is your call to your conscience. You and I met on this level of vibration for a reason. And I'm here to tell you that you are here to shine. You are here to bring forth the greatest version of yourself, whether you're a guy or a girl. You are here to shape your reality because we are mini gods. You know, our thoughts create our reality, and we just create a better life for ourselves. But that all starts with the mastery of yourself. And you can never really master yourself unless you have begun your journey. Your journey is your purpose. You know, I would like to think that my purpose is inspiring people, and this comes in so many ways. I'm a model. So that's a really, a broadening aspect because people like modeling, but, only few dare to get into the industry. I am a writer. I've made friends online that really love the words that I write, and all of these things are just inspiration, guys. Even me talking right now, making this video, you guys listening to this, this is just inspiration, and this is my mission, purpose, and passion. You know, this is what we're supposed to be working for. I know, guys, you guys have families to take care of, you know, a job that you have to go to tomorrow, a girlfriend, probably a wife. I don't know, but find time for your purpose because that's the only thing that's going to really make you fulfilled. I'm telling you guys this. I've been doing this for the past 5 years and I'm only getting started. Guys, the beauty of following your purpose then becomes that the more you pour into people, the more and more you fill yourself up. How ironic. You know, you're giving people value, you're giving people inspiration, you're giving people hope, and somehow you are getting filled with blessings. Now, I'm not saying do things that are going to be in in line with you being greedy in for blessings or abundance. No, I'm saying whatever your purpose is, do it. If you love fashion and you want to be, you know, great at it, do it. Find the time to do it. If you are a gamer, and you love playing games, become really good at it and transcend that. Not everyone is here for the same fucking purpose. No one. Not everyone is here for the same purpose. So the moment you just understand that, and the moment you can recognize the the calling from your conscience that you are ready for this path, that's when everything changes. That's when you can wake up every day knowing that you have something to work for, something to work towards. And this is not going to be easy, guys. It's never even meant to be easy. I'm not going to trick you guys into saying, it's going to be easy to live out your purpose because sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice time, resources. Sometimes there are times where you just aren't gonna go out anymore because you have to finish a project. But these are things that we supposed to be doing, guys. We can go out, party, get with the honeys, the women, the ladies, but at the same time get serious. Tone it down a bit sometimes, block the world out. You understand? So that's my ramble, guys. That is my ramble. I appreciate you guys listening to the talk. It's another Sunday. It's another episode and another time spent with you. I appreciate you listening until this far. And until the next time, guys, take care and live greater.